Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're going to be taking a deep dive into Shopify, specifically their potential as an AI-driven stock.
Oh, very interesting.
We're not just talking about your average e-commerce platform here.
Yeah.
Shopify is making some seriously interesting moves in the AI space, and we're going to unpack what that means for investors like you.
Absolutely. And we've got a great report to help us with that.
Oh, fantastic.
It takes a deep look at how Shopify is weaving AI into its business and financial performance and what analysts are projecting for the future.
Okay, so let's start with the AI integration.
Sure.
We all know Shopify is a platform for online businesses, but I'm hearing more and more about this Shopify Magic.
Yes.
And I have to admit, it sounds a bit like magic.
It is a catchy name, that's for sure. But the technology behind it is very real.
Yeah.
And it's having a tangible impact on how businesses operate online.
Okay.
Think about it. AI tools that can help merchants manage their storefronts, create compelling marketing copy,
Oh,
product descriptions,
wow.
and even handle customer service through chatbots.
Okay, that does sound pretty impressive.
It's a lot.
It's like having a whole team of digital experts built right into the platform.
Yeah.
What's really striking me, though, is that Shopify isn't just using AI to impress its customers.
That's a good point.
They're applying it internally as well.
In fact, Anthony Chukumba of Loop Capital specifically highlighted this in his recent analysis.
Okay.
He sees AI as a key driver of Shopify's future profitability,
Got it.
which is a major reason why he raised his price target on the stock.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Efficiency and increased profit margins are always music to investors' ears.
Absolutely.
Speaking of which, let's
Yes.
dive into Shopify's recent financial performance.
Let's do it.
I'm seeing headlines about them absolutely crushing their third quarter result.
They certainly did.
Yeah.
Revenue jumps by an impressive 26% year over year,
Wow,
reaching a whopping $2.1 billion.
that's a big number.
And it's not just online sales that are driving this growth.
Oh, interesting.
Offline and wholesale channels are seeing massive gains too,
Yeah.
which tells us that Shopify's reach is expanding beyond the purely digital realm.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
That suggests a more diversified and resilient business model.
For sure.
I'm also seeing strong growth in international markets, around 30%.
Yes, and that international expansion is expected to continue. They're forecasting strong sales growth for the fourth quarter, especially with the holiday season on the horizon.
The holiday season, yeah, of course.
Yes.
All of this sounds incredibly positive. Let's be realistic here.
Sure.
Shopify stock isn't exactly cheap. I'm seeing a price-to-earnings ratio of 107.
Yeah.
That might feel a little intimidating for some investors.
It's true. Shopify is trading at a premium,
Okay.
but there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
Investors are looking at the company's future prospects, and the projections are, to put it mildly, optimistic.
Well,
Analysts are forecasting 44% annual earnings growth
wow.
over the next 3 years.
Okay, so even with the high valuation,
Yeah,
there's a sense that Shopify could deliver significant returns down the line.
exactly.
All right.
The average 12-month price target sits at $112.94.
Okay.
But the range of forecasts is pretty wide,
Okay.
spanning from $70 to $135.
Wow, so that's,
That gives you a sense of the potential upside
Yeah.
and also acknowledges the inherent risk involved.
as with any high-growth stock, there's always a chance things could go differently than expected.
Always.
But when we look at the PE and PS ratios,
Yes.
it seems like the market is quite confident in Shopify's future.
Yes. Those ratios are reflecting the market's belief
Okay.
that Shopify can continue to deliver exceptional growth and justify its premium pricing.
Now, every good stock analysis needs a bulls versus bears debate.
Okay.
So let's put on our boxing gloves
Okay.
and see what the main arguments are on each side of the ring.
All right, let's start with the bulls.
Okay.
They're energized by Shopify's strong financial performance,
Okay.
their leading position in the AI space with Shopify Magic,
Yeah.
and their rapid expansion into new markets.
All valid points.
Yes,
But the bears are bound to have some counter-arguments.
of course.
What are their main concerns?
The bears are naturally cautious about Shopify's high valuation.
Okay.
They argue that it leaves the stock more vulnerable to any market downturns, or if the company stumbles in meeting its ambitious growth targets.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
And I imagine they're also keeping a close eye on Shopify's marketing expenditures.
absolutely.
But let's zoom out for a moment
Sure.
and look at the bigger picture.
Okay.
How do you see AI reshaping the e-commerce world in the years to come?
This is where things get really fascinating.
No.
AI has the potential to completely revolutionize online shopping.
Okay.
We're not just talking about incremental improvements.
Yeah.
We're talking about a fundamental shift
Okay.
in how we buy and sell goods and services.
And where does Shopify fit into this future landscape?
I believe they're incredibly well positioned.
Yeah.
They're already making significant investments in AI, we've seen with Shopify Magic,
Right.
and they're taking a long-term approach.
Okay.
Thinking about how AI can empower merchants of all sizes to thrive in this new era of e-commerce.
So it's more than just a set of flashy tools. It's about fundamentally changing how e-commerce works.
Exactly.
Can you give us some concrete examples?
Sure. Imagine AI-powered chatbots
Okay.
that provide instant personalized customer service 24/7.
That's a game changer for small businesses that don't have the resources for large support teams. Yeah.
AI could actually level the playing field, allowing smaller businesses to compete with the big players on a more even footing.
Precisely. And on a broader scale,
Yeah.
think about the macroeconomic impact of AI enabling millions of small businesses to scale
Yeah.
and contribute to economic growth. So let's circle back to Shopify's investment outlook.
Okay.
Given all that we've discussed,
Yeah.
where do things stand? Is Shopify a stock you would recommend?
There's no doubt that Shopify is at the forefront of this AI-driven e-commerce revolution. Their growth potential is huge, and their commitment to innovation is impressive.
Yeah.
But their high valuation does come with a higher level of risk, especially in a market that can be unpredictable.
It sounds like we're back to that balance of risk and reward.
Exactly. For investors who are comfortable with that level of risk and believe in the long-term potential of AI-powered e-commerce,
Right.
Shopify is a very compelling option.
But for those who are more risk-averse, it might be wise to proceed with caution.
I would agree with that.
So what would you say to someone who's intrigued by Shopify,
Sure.
but not quite ready to dive in head first?
Starting with a smaller position is a good strategy.
Okay.
That way you can participate in Shopify's potential upside while managing your overall risk exposure.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It allows you to get a feel for the company
Yeah.
and see how their AI strategy unfolds over time.
Precisely, and it gives you the opportunity to continue your own research and stay informed about the latest developments in the e-commerce and AI landscape.
What are some of the biggest obstacles standing in Shopify's way?
For starters,
Yeah.
the e-commerce market is incredibly
It's
competitive.
a jungle out there.
You've got giants like Amazon and Alibaba
Right.
vying for market share,
Huge companies.
and then you've got a whole ecosystem of specialized platforms catering to specific niches.
So how does Shopify differentiate itself
Yes.
in such a crowded space?
Think about it.
Oh,
AI can help with everything,
oh wow.
from predicting customer demand to personalizing marketing campaigns
Got it.
to streamlining logistics.
Okay, so that's a lot.
If Shopify can successfully integrate these AI capabilities into its platform, they could create a truly compelling value proposition for merchants. Thanks for joining us on the Deep Dive.